What's up, everybody? This is Lyle with No Hippie Barbecue, and what we're going to be doing today is some Baba Ghanouj. And basically what that is just the eggplant dip. It's pretty similar to hummus. I actually prefer this a little bit better. There's a few different variations on it, but I'm going to stick to kind of just the classical way of doing it. So anyway, let's get started. Our ingredients today are I have 2 eggplants that I had roasted in the oven. You could do that on the grill if you like. Just poke holes in it, and you're going to want to roast it either on the grill or in the oven at about 400 for about 40-45 minutes. We have a 1/4 cup of tahini. Basically, if that is sort of like peanut butter, except this with sesame seeds. If you could find it without the husk, use that. It doesn't have as bitter of a flavor to it. This is some roasted garlic. What I did with that was I took a garlic clove, cut off the top of it, put olive oil on top of that, and wrapped it in foil and put it in the oven with the eggplants. Then when it was done, I just used a knife and smeared it into a paste. We have some Kalamata olives that we're going to use as a garnish. We have a 1/4 cup of lemon juice, and I have some parsley. I'd say that's about 4 tablespoons of parsley. I'm going to use half of it in the mixture and half of it as a garnish later. And then in this here we have a 1/2 teaspoon of cumin, a 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and a 1/4 teaspoon of smoked paprika. All those ingredients you can adjust to your own flavor or your own taste, and we will add salt and pepper later to taste as well. So these eggplants are cooling down, so for the time being what I'm going to do is start with my beginning ingredients, basically what the eggplant's going to get mixed into. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the tahini, my garlic paste. Now once this is all done, you can put it in a blender if you really want it the consistency to be fine, or you can or a food processor, or you can just mash it with a fork. I typically will start off with a fork, then if needed, if I'm not getting the consistency I want, then I'll move it over to a blender. So I'm going to take half of my parsley, add that, and my seasonings. And the lemon juice. So this tahini is pretty stiff, so you're going to have to really work that, and be careful because you will end up spilling this stuff all over the place if you don't, if you're not careful with it. So I'm going to go ahead, mix that up. I'm going to grab a little, add a little salt to it. Alright, so that's about the consistency I want. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to take a little break here, let these eggplants cool down. The reason I put them in this bag after I was done roasting them, it just makes it a little easier to peel, but they're still pretty warm. And I'd like for all these ingredients to marry up a little bit. So I'm gonna let this chill out for about 30 minutes, and we will pick it up then. Our eggplant mixture ready. I scooped out the inside of the eggplant, discarded the outside, and I have my tahini mixture here. Now here's a tip: when you're gonna mix this stuff in, if you throw it in the microwave to soften it up a little bit, it's gonna make it a little bit easier to work with. I did decide to go with the food processor on this, so I'm just going to scoop my eggplant mixture into the food processor. Now each eggplant is a different size, so I'm not sure if I'm going to use all of this tahini mixture, so I'm just going to add a little bit at a time. So I'll go with the majority of it now. Alright, so that looks like this is about the consistency I want. I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of this. Well, it's going to be the consistency I want after I add the rest of this. So I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of this. That looks like that's about it. I'm going to go ahead and scoop this stuff out, show you what this final presentation is, and end it with my final taste test. Alright, so our stuff is good to go. Just got it out of the food processor. You really shouldn't eat this until it's cooled down. The next day's best, but I'm going to go ahead and give it a taste test here. I ain't going to lie, I already snuck a little bit. It's definitely delicious. That tahini kind of brings in the earthy flavor. The lime juice kind of, or lemon juice kind of gives the hint of brightness. And this is good to go. So next time you're going to a Super Bowl party, you're going to somebody's house and you're thinking about what to take, don't take that tired dip that you've been taking for however long you've been doing it. Rock some of this stuff out. Now this one here, we're just going to finish this up. We're going to hit it with a little olive oil, a little parsley for the garnish. I got some black olives. You could use sliced or whatever, but that's going to kind of get mixed in as people eat. But that is it right there. That is simple. That is easy. Something you definitely need to do. I do want to thank you for stopping by No Hippie Barbecue. Go ahead, comment, subscribe, holler at your boy.